I am Midnight, your host, and we are at Igora Drive. So this is the track. First sharp left-handed turn, just past the crash cars at the start line, followed by a large right-hander. And as you see there goes another hit, the tree that is seen down. So there's another obstacle to the right of that. First straight with fast left-hander. You see multiple left-handers, high speed, lots of up and over there. So you have to switch back here, back straight, very nicely, add your left, see a large spiral right, left-hander, Okay, so we are about to start. Okay, so we are about to start Q1. Okay, for some reason it's laggy. I don't know if that is the same for me. I'm just going to change. Okay, we're just loading shaders. Yeah, that seems to be better. Okay, so we're about to start. Here's Fantasy, our first driver starting. He is off. A little bit of lag spike there for me. So there he goes into Q1. So turn 1. And then here is the large right-hander. And trying to avoid the tree there that is seen to fallen down. So let's see Lapis. And Mr. GG. Behind them is Gilo. After Gilo is Ludofax. And then Hotspot. So those are the 6 drivers in Q1. Fancy gets a new fastest lap of 41.45. Mr. GG is got the fastest lap after that and misses out the block stop, but he still has the fastest lap after lap 1. Gilo gets a 42 second, a bit slower than the others. There's Fantasy, who improves and gets a 40.85. Lepus gets a 40.45, new fastest lap. Here is Mr. GG, who does not improve, also messes up in the first corner again. Gilo does not improve. Here comes Ludo, who does improve, but still on last. Hotspot gets a 41.2. If we cross here, what's he going? Hotspot going there. Here's Fantasy, who is currently third in this quali heat, but he seems to be on a fast lap. Let's see here. Currently 0.15 up. He's 0.05 up now after the second checkpoint. Because the Fantasy is losing time. Will Fantasy improve? Does not look like it. Let's see here. No, does not improve. Here is Lapis, who will also not improve. Here is Ludo, who appears to be in a fast lap. So that's Mr. GG. Where is Ludo? Gilo's gonna improve by 0.4. So here is Ludo. Up over a second. Will Ludo improve by about 1.05 seconds? So it's gonna L1 drive it. Oh. And Mr. GG misses up. Let's just so it seems to only have 3 drivers in the Q3. So I should have checked that before, but I might join. I'll join. Lapis finishes currently in provisional pole. I'm going to join in Q3 to do a lap to see where I stack up. Mr. GG finishes on improve, is in P2 currently. Here, Hotspot Gilo, sorry, does not improve. Ludofax will not improve. Hotspot is here, will not improve. And those are all the drivers. So after Q1 it is Lapis Ludus, then Mr. GG, Fantasy, Ludofax, Hotspot and Gilo. So and here is Q2. So this is our second quali heat. We've got Crumcat followed by 2818, then Demonatic, Legendary A7, Killalol, and Uzochia. So okay, so we are about to start. Okay, we are starting now. So Crumcat, first driver in Q2. You've got 21 people online at the moment. Crumcat messes up turn 1. Let's see how the other drivers go. 2818 gets a perfect first corner. So does Demonatic. Let's see what Legendary A7 does. Misses the corner, but still manages to survive. Not as fast as he would hope. Killalol does a nice turn 1, and Uzochia will do a pretty good turn 1 as well. Here is Killalol. Here's Legendary A7 going into the wall tap area, hitting the block stop and finishing a lap. Where will currently Demonatic is fastest in the heat. Legendary A7 is in second for this heat now. Let's see here, we've got Crumbcat, who's currently in 5th in the heat after lap 1. So going into the final section, getting some good wall taps. How will he hit the block stop? Does very well there. Crumbcat does not improve though. Here's 2818. Oh, and Legendary A7 mixes it. Gets a wall tap, missing out finish line. There's Ludofax standing on top. We've got Fantasy just chilling on top of one of the Mercedes pit box, it appears to be. Here is Demonatic in the back straight somewhere. Here's Crumbcat. Looks like Crumbcat's going to improve. By how much exactly? It'll be 0.7. Puts Crumbcat in 3rd for the heat. I haven't really done practice on this track, so we'll have to see how I stack up after doing a few laps. In Q3, Demonatic is starting lap, currently improving after checkpoint 1. And there's Legendary 7. Did not have a good start there. Killalol had a really bad first section. Just messing around a bit there. Doing 360s, and who's that behind him? It is Uzochia getting held up. Is it a blue flag? Blue flag. Uzochia will need to try and get past, try to set a good lap. And Killalol obviously does not care at all. They're both just messing around in that final section. And Crumbcat. Watch Crumbcat go to final. Don't hit the car. And Crumbcat improves into P2, tying with Demonatics with 41.2. But because Crumbcat set the time later, that means that Demonatic will get the additional place in front. So Crumbcat will not be improving, I don't think. And I think these are the last laps. Legendary A7 is 0.1 away. So very close top 4, because 2818 is also 0.2. So the top 4 drivers in this heat are all within 0.2 of each other. Then Killalol has got a 42 flat. Does not improve. Crumbcat finishes currently in P2 for the heat. We'll see how that stacks up against the first heat. So currently Crumbcat's in P8. Killalol, so Demonatic finishes. Currently leading this heat. In P7 at the moment. 3 people have tied for 5th place. Hutspot, Gilo and Demonatic all have a 41.2. Legendary A7 completes a pig stop. And 3.9 seconds, not a very fast one. And that is Q2. So Demonatic, then Crumbcat, Legendary A7, 2818, Killalol, and Uzochia. So let's load the final. Wait. Before we load Q3, we have to make sure. Winked. So we have 4 people. So this final quality heat will have 3 people. That's me trying to set up a lap. And Oink will start lap 1, followed by Rocket Rays, Colden, and then I'm going to set a lap with 2818 in the passenger seat. 28 can do some commentary again for this while I do a lap. Never done this track before. I don't know how I did that, but it worked somehow. I haven't really practiced this track, so it's not going to be that good of a lap. Oh, I see you got a turn there. When it does not like my lap. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing. Let's try to hit that box up again. Nope. Yeah. Oh, wall tap. So not wall tap, boat tap. Oh no. Okay, keep forgetting that I need to turn there. I need to remember that. It's an interesting track. I don't know, I can't remember why I chose this track for the calendar, but for some reason. It's quite old track, it's like Monaco. Oh, and Colden is... Surely. Can't tell. Nope. Colden gets a perfect plot stop, and I don't. I'm gonna say. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that corner again. Oh. Okay, so turn that. Oh, leg. Oh, got a turn. Yeah, this is. I am not good for this. Okay. Oh, someone is dropping some sort of... Oh. Someone is dropping fish on the track. And an axolotl. Okay, let's try that block stop again. Oh, no. Nah, it was a great overtake. I don't know what you're on about. Amazing overtake. Okay, let's try this section again. Not really good at it. Oh, no, don't hit the inside of that. Yeah. Never mind. I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. I can do 2 more laps, surely. Nope. I'll get it eventually. That first lap was really lucky. Okay, so this is an interesting track. For once. Nope. Maybe doing it without shaders would be a bit easier. Shaders makes it look pretty, so there. And there's a lot of items being dropped on that final corner. I can do 1 more lap. Come on, block stop. Good enough, good enough, good enough. For real. Okay. Nope, that was not where I wanted to hit it, but good enough. Surely. Yeah, good enough. And I'm in. Go back into spectator mode. Got a 41.9, not bad. That doesn't seem to be loading, but I don't know why. There it is. It took a while to load, but that's... So that is Q3. And we will be starting the race. Okay, so we'll be back shortly with the actual race. Okay, so we are back, and the race is about to start. So
I can't pick anything up, Ludo. I can't pick anything up anymore.
okay. Okay, so this is our starting grid. We've got Lapis Lettuce, followed by Mr. GG, then Fantasy, Oinked, Ludofax, Hutspot, Gilo, Demonatic, Crumbcat, Legendary A7, 2818, Rocket Rays, Kilolo, Rizochia, Colden, and in the last place is Lasersloth, who did not do quali. So this is our starting grid. We've got heaps of items on the ground. That'll get picked up eventually. So we've got 16 drivers starting this race. And we are about to start. Five, four, three, two, one, and we're off. Let's see, Lapis Lettuce gets a good start. Going into turn one. Mr. GG is right behind. They are in tandem right now, going into turn 3 and 4. Mr. GG goes in front. Mr. GG gets in front after turn. Oh, he gets a lag back. Mr. GG is just in front after going into the back half of this race. Mr. GG messes up. And Lapis tries to get around but goes too wide. Fantasy is in third place right behind. Fantasy is in third place. Behind him is Hutspot and Gilo, fighting it out for P4. Geonatic and Crumbcat are battling out for P6. Zochia, Oinked, and Rocket Rays are battling for the final point spots after lap 1. Oinked goes for his first pit.
What is this clusterfuck, man? And the pit's not working for me.
Oinked does a 3.15 second pit. Then Geonatic does a 3.35. 2818 does a 2.45. So after lap 1, Mr. GG is leading. See Crumbcat going to the back straight, followed by Azochia and Rocket Rays battling it out. So Mr. GG is starting lap 3. And is that Demonac, who died on turn 1, just stopped moving completely. Here is Mr. GG's POV going into the back straight on lap 3 of 28. 2.35 seconds ahead of Lapis. Fantasy is in P11 after doing 1 pit. There's Mr. GG keeping a nice lead. Will Mr. GG be able to win this race? We will find out later on today. So we watch Mr. GG for a bit longer. And Ludofax has gone for his first pit. So we'll leave Mr. GG alone. Lapis is doing a pit as well. There is Lapis, let's see. So this is Lapis. The 3.5 second pit, not that good.
That sucks. Well, GG. Fantasy's gonna win again.
Lapis saying that Fantasy will win again. We'll find out.
3 in a row, baby. Oh, sorry, I was in tandem.
So Lapis is accepting defeat after lap 5. There's Hut Spot and 2818. 2818 gets bumped. Really unlucky there. So 2818 is in P16. Goes for a pit. But well, I believe that 2818 is on 3 pits already. So there, oh, and Legendary 7 does not take the box stop. Going around into turn 3 and turn 4. Here is Laser Sloth in P9, but this has not done any pits. There is Laser Sloth going down the back straight. There is 2818, still in P16. And there is 2818, doing all 4 pits in lap 5. So that is quite early to do the pits, I'd say. I'll call it the big man strat, but it didn't start in front, so now 2818 has to wait for everyone else to do their pits and get up into their positions. Demoniac is in P3, Killer Low is in P4, Fantasy is in P5. Here is 52 G-Low in P2. And in front of him is Mr. GG, the leader of the race. Not much of a gap, but 52 G-Low decides to pit. Does not go into that one. Changes his mind. I don't know, but it's 2.7 second pit. There is Rocket Rays doing a 2.8 second pit, loses a little bit of time there. There's Fantasy going in, getting a double overtake. Oh wow, that was a great move by Fantasy, going into P3. Just to hit a Killer Low and G-Low. And is Fantasy holding a powdered snow bucket? Anyway, so let's spectate Fantasy for a bit. Yeah, that seems to be the powdered snow bucket. There's Fantasy going into turn 1 of lap 10. Fantasy is currently second in the Drivers' Championship behind Hut Spot, but is not far behind. So if Fantasy gets another win here, this might get him into the lead at only race 6. Still got 4 races to go after this. So after this race at Igora Drive, we have Tontine Circuit, race 7. We have the sprint race at Speed 6. Then Baden Ring, and then the finale at Midnight GP. So as we watch Fantasy go, we'll go back, we'll see who's behind him. We see Colden messing up, is in P16 now, and 1 pit though. Colden messes up again. The 52 G-Low gets past it easily. So 52 G-Low is in P3. And Fantasy has almost caught up to Mr. GG after already doing a pit. So Mr. GG is the only person who has not done a pit. Here is Oinked going into the back left hand corners before the last straight. listen closely, you can hear Oink singing. Going to the back straight, there is Oink in front of Oink. Here is Fantasy, who is about a lap ahead. Fantasy trying to chase down Mr. GG. Almost halfway through the race. So going by the building. The WIBRS sign on it. Here's Oink. Then so behind Oink is Killalol and 52 Gilo. There is Ludofax. And then there's Rocket Rays. Mr. GG, who is leading the race. So let's see show you how far back Fantasy is. Laser Sloth 2818. Fantasy, sorry, does a pit. Whereas Fantasy is right here, did a 2.85 second pit. There's Fantasy leaving the pits. Going on to lap 14. So Fantasy is about 30 seconds away from Mr. GG. 2 extra pits. So there is Colden, and we have a look in the back straight. We see Lapis, then Uzochia, and then Laser Sloth, and then Oinked, and then Demonatic, who messes up the last corner. There is Killalol going in for a pit. We see Crumbcat. We see all the drivers, and not that spread out because it's a smaller track.
Thank God, because I don't have any pits left.
So see all the drivers going to the pits and going past the final corner. Hotspot does a pit. Mr. GG also does a pit. There is Mr. GG. Did 2.95 second pit. So he will lead the pits about. Wait for the times to update. We'll see how far Mr. GG is ahead. And wait for it to load. 13 seconds in front. So Fantasy's done an extra pit. And Mr. GG really needs to gain some time, but messes up. So there's Gilo in P3. And back here somewhere will be Fantasy. There he is. 14 seconds behind. Going onto the back straight. Oh, wait, into the trees there. Fantasy is gaining time on Mr. GG. Who's that going into the pits? That is Demonatic, who is currently in P9 but has done 3 pits. So completes the pit. Shakes a little bit there. This means Demonatic has completed all 4 pits after lap 15. And then behind him is legendary A7.
Okay. Found the pit.
And they'll go across the gap here. Here is Rocket Rays catching up to Uzochia. Only 1 second behind.
Do you understand Danish, JP? Do you understand Danish? Fancy.
Okay, so let's have a look. Going back down the back straight, here is Demonatic. And that is legendary A7. Going finishing lap 17. And I see that 2818 is going to the back straight just behind the one and only Oinked. Going to the final section.
Yes, I am past 2,880.
So Zochia is in P8, Oinked is in P7, 2818 is in P15, not doing too well here.
I said GG 5 times.
Oh, and 2818 misses up. And so behind here is Mr. GG, Rocket Rays. There is Gilo. Here is Fantasy, who is catching up massively to Mr. GG. Only not even 10 seconds, 7 seconds. So will Fantasy win a third race in a row? Absolute domination so far in the season. Is he the Max Verstappen of World Auto Racing Series? Going into turn 4. Behind is Demnatic and Legendary A7, who are Legendary A7 and Demnatic are in P10 and 11, so they're fighting for the last points. Got 17 people online. Okay, look up, we can see all the drivers going around. This beautiful track, looks amazing with shaders. Here is Lapis Lettuce.
Oh no, wait, Fantasy's a
Killer Low is seen to lag.
What is Killer doing?
Where did Killer Low go? There's a bit of lag there. So Mr. GG is doing a pit. So is Judo, which means that here is Fantasy taking the lead. Fantasy on lap 22. His leader messes up turn 1. We'll lose quite a bit of time there. So his Fantasy going a few corners before the back straight. Here is the Laser Sloth. Goes a bit wide there, but seems to work out. Laser Sloth goes through a pit. So the Laser Sloth does a 3.8 second pit. Laserloff exits the pit in P13. Oh no, Laserloff misses out. With Lapis right behind.
Okay, so the right-hander. Not this one, the right. What do you want to go tap for here?
Laserloff trying to let Lapis pass. Quite interesting there.
Bro, my spot was way better.
Here's Lapis finishing. Lapis is in P4 on lap 24. And who is this? Colden has quit the race and is standing on turn 1 of banners. I guess Colden has become the new track marshal with the green and red flags. Here is Fantasy, who is leading the race. Behind is Mr. GG, but 12 seconds behind. Will Mr. GG be able to get a podium position? Speaking about podiums, is there a podium on this track? We need to find it. Let's have to make one. Will it be here? I have no clue where the podium is, but we will make one after the race. Fantasy's on lap 25, sorry 26, only got 3 more laps to go. Well, Fantasy is the official winner. Well, Fantasy get the 3 race wins in a row. And to find out this is really good for his nation. So if you're new, I know that instead of using normal racing teams, we use countries. So it is like the World Cup of ice boat racing. Obviously, every driver gets to choose the country they race for. So it's just a way to spice it up, make it a little bit different. What you see here, that is Usochia, who misses up turn 1. Colden has the red flag out. Demonac also misses up. So going through the finish line, it is Crumcat, who does not also get a good corner. There is Ludofax, also messes up slightly. Lapsless and Fantasy. Sorry, Gilo. Lapis is in P2. And Fantasy goes into the pits. Fantasy does a 2.4 second pit. And there goes. And there he goes. Gets bumped slightly. And there's Laserslav. Sorry, that's Laserslav. Wait. There's Fantasy. Sorry. Messed up. Got a bit confused there. Wasn't really focusing, but there's Fantasy on the final lap. All they're going to do is get past his last corner safely. And Fantasy will win his 3rd race in a row here at Igora Drive. And here's drivers finishing in this. And here comes Fantasy. Finishes P1. 3 races in a row. Here is Lapis. P2. Mr. GG gets P3. Gets a podium position. Wait, is in P4. Rocket Rays should be just coming up here now. P5. Here is Hutspot in P6. 2818 and Gilo. 2818 still a few laps to go. But here's Demonac in P8. Izochia. So Legendary 7 P9. And P10 is Crumcat. So those are the top 10. So we're gonna make a podium.
I would have caught you there if it wasn't for Killer. Mark, shut up!
So let's build the podium. So we're getting the drivers here to the podium. So this is our top 3. We got Fantasy, Mr. GG, and Lapis. Take the podium. Fantasy needs to look up. Well, they're all gonna look down. So just getting a screenshot there. Then that is everyone finishing. So 2818 finishes P15. At 15 drivers finish. And our top 3 right in front of you. But here is the final results. Got Fantasy followed by Lapis, Mr. GG, Oint, Rocket Rays, Hutspot, G-Lo, Demonac, Legendary 7, and Crumcat in P10. So that's all the points. And then Ludofax is P11, Killalol P12, Zochia, Laserslav, and 2818 round out the rest. And Colden did not finish. So these are your drivers. Just need to get the race results to post. But thank you guys for watching the stream. We'll be back next week, maybe. Should be next week. And we'll be doing the next race at Tontine Circuit. So hope to see you there. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And